Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 52 Weeks with Spirit. It's week 25, and as I was preparing for this week, I was literally tossed back to the very beginning when this whole journey started. I cannot believe I've been recording these week after week after week, and I'm being consistent and showing up. And it reminded me of a moment in my life when I struggled to show up, whether it was I struggled to show up for my job, or I struggled to show up for my friends, or I struggled to show up for myself. And I think that's the most important thing right now in our lives is that we need to show up for ourselves, right? We need to be consistent. We need to make time for us. And so this morning, as we're talking, I just want you to be present, to be in the moment. This is week 25 of 52. I I always think when I think of the number 25, I think of quarter century, right? I think of like when we were 25 years old, like how did that feel? And as someone that recently just turned 49, I know that next year I will be turning half a century old. And I'm mind boggled by that. Over the last few days, I've been doing a lot of readings and I've been doing a lot of connections. And um, even on Friday, I did 23. There was 28 people in attendance and I did 23 readings that evening. And I was drained and I was tired and I was exhausted. But I just was filled with gratitude. And I was filled with this feeling of, I did that. I accomplished that. Yesterday I posted a post about the things that have taken place. In grade 12 in 2006, not a lot of people know that. I went back as an adult and graduated because I didn't want my GED. I wanted my Dogwood BC diploma. I wanted to walk across the stage. I wanted to receive my diploma. I wanted to achieve that one thing that we all set ahead of ourselves, growing up. And I wanted that opportunity. And I was thinking back yesterday over the last few years and everything that I've gone through, everything that I've accomplished. And I asked Spirit, like, why? Why? And it's such a weird word question to ask Spirit, but like I literally was in this place of like, why did you let me come this far? Why? And Spirit to me is God, right? When I'm connecting to the Spirit, that is God to me. And so it was like, why, God? Why did you let me go through all of this to bring me to this point? And I think sometimes we get so caught up on this vision or this idea of like what we're going to do, and we lose track or we lose our place as to what's coming. And so I think it's been a while since we pulled cards. And so I'd like to pull a collective card, do a collective reading for all of us as to like, what do we need to know right now? What is that guidance? What is that insight? What is that direction? And anytime I do a card reading, I always state who the deck is. And so I'm using Butterfly Spirit Oracle cards. These are done by my mentor, Carmel Joybert. And we're just going to ask Spirit, why? Why have you allowed us to go through the things that we've gone through? Why have you laid out this plan for our life? Why? Right? I think that's something that we daily ask. Like we ask our guides, we ask our loved ones, why? Right? And so the first card that has jumped out is give back. By going through the things that we have gone through, the lessons that we've made it through, it allows us that opportunity to give help or show compassion or show empathy to someone else. Another card, break free. This is a time of breaking free. This is a time for us to like just break those chains that bind us, right? If you guys don't know, I'm writing a book currently, and I'm about to start chapter 8 today. And the book is about breaking the chains. And it's focused about addiction and mental health, and how sometimes we just got to break the chains and allow ourselves to be free. And I kind of feel like that's the moment we're in right now. We're breaking free. We're breaking free from those old thoughts, those old feelings, those old moments that have held us hostage, right? I was scrolling this morning, as we all do, right? And I came across this video about, why do you keep saying that you're a victim when the truth is you're a survivor? We've survived everything we've gone through. We wouldn't be here today if we didn't survive the things we've gone through, right? Whether that's domestic violence, whether that's SA, whether that's narcissism, whether that's toxicity, we survived it. We are survivors. We're not victims. And one of the things that Spirit's really been laying on my heart recently is that we need to get out of that victimhood mindset, and we need to step into that placement of survivor mode, right? Like, we have gone through everything, and I firmly believe this, that God gives us tests so that we can deliver those testimonies of his goodness, of his worthiness, of his mercy and his grace. And I know there's a lot of people looking at my page right now and going, what is going on with Tamara? Well, the truth is, I'm evolving. The truth is, I've done my job. I've I've served my duty. I've carried out the wishes that I was meant to do. And so now I'm meant to teach and coach and awaken. So I am stepping back from doing readings and really, giving people that information. That's why I ran certified mediumship development training, is so that I can train other people to carry on those reins. I'm not saying I'm going to be done forever, because I'm always going to be a medium. I'm always going to be an intuitive. But I feel like I have a bigger purpose. I have a new course coming out in September, and I just signed 2 VIP students to this. And they're doing payment options, which is totally fine. I'm just not going to chase. But it's about moving beyond grief to that place of finding joy. One of the things, and it doesn't matter if someone passed 10 years ago, 20 years ago, there's grief, and grief doesn't go away. But a lot of us get caught up in that grief, and we're afraid of stepping forward. We're afraid of stepping into that place of laughter and joy and excitement for life. But I have never done a reading where I've had a spirit come through and say, oh, I don't want you to laugh. I don't want you to find joy, right? They've always said, like, live your life for us, even though we can't be there, because we're cheering you on from the other side, right? The next card we got is roadblocks, right? And this is what's coming up for us in the next 3 to 6 weeks, is there's going to be some roadblocks. There's going to be things that are going to kind of put a bump in the road. And there's a reason for this. And although we may not understand it or know why, we just have to trust that process. And blindly trusting things that we cannot see or do not know is really difficult for some of us. But I'm going to tell you right now that there's an old saying, red skies at night is sailor's delight, red skies morning is sailor's take warning. And so this roadblock is setting us up for that success, for that testimony that we're going to be able to deliver to someone. And so I want you to take this guidance this week, and I just want you to kind of live in that present moment, to give back, to help someone else, to break free from those chains that are binding you, to allow those roadblocks to happen, because they're teaching moments, they're lesson moments, and to just be filled with that joy and that excitement. As I said already, I've got this new course coming up, and I believe in this course. I have never stood so strong in this course, in this moving beyond grief and finding joy, because I've been doing the work and I've been moving past that grief and I've been stepping into that placement of joy. And this time for this course, I've offered two different options, right? There's the regular 6-week program. It's done weekly on Sundays via Zoom, and it comes with 3 group calls in the group Facebook page, weekly, or week 1, week 3, and week 5, I believe it is. And like, I'm only charging $199, right? And then for $99 more, which comes to $298, you can get the VIP package. And with the VIP package, you're not only going to get the course and the 3 group calls and that private Facebook group, but you're also going to get 2 one-on-one private sessions with me to kind of help you navigate through that grief, navigate through what you've learned so far, and propel you into that placement of joy. And then, as an extra bonus, because I love to give back, I've also added a VIP only open mediumship Zoom open mediumship session. And it's only for the VIPs. Like, there's 20 spots for that $199 program, but there's only 10 spots for the $298. And this is an opportunity for you to level up. This is an opportunity for you to increase. And let me tell you, this is the early bird pricing. Okay. So this is not the entirety of the program, because the program's going up the month before the program starts. So this is your opportunity right now to snag a steal of a deal, and to really take back your power in your journey and in your path. And so I want to invite you to be a part of that program, right? I'm going to invite you to really embrace. And grief, when people think of the word grief, they think of death. But the truth is, grief can affect us with the ending of a friendship, the ending of a job, the ending of a relationship, a move, a change, a shift can come with grief. And so I want you to understand that we're not talking just physical passing. We're talking grief in general. And so this is an opportunity for you to really rise up, to really take back the power, take back your control, and to really embrace the healing journey that you decided in January, when this all started 25 weeks ago, that you wanted to do. You wanted to spend 52 weeks with Spirit. You wanted to grow. You wanted to learn. You wanted to evolve. And so I invite you to do that. You can go to the website now to purchase that. If you do want to do the payment plan option, which is an option, just send the page a message letting me know. And I would love to be a part of that with you and set that up for you. But again, this is only the early bird special, right? This is early bird pricing. This is not the final pricing. And there's going to be 3 rounds of this. So depending on the success of round 1 will depend on if we have round 2 or even round 3. So I invite you to be a part of this. I invite you to really step in and embrace your life and choose to move forward on your journey. I want to thank you guys for the last 25 weeks for stepping in, stepping up, believing in this program, believing in this amazing way to have a reading, to get some weekly guidance. You know, I feel like we're all shifting. We're all going through it right now, but I want you to know that I see you and I hear you and I believe in you, and I'm proud of each and every single one of you. I'm proud of you for facing the day, for getting up, for brushing your teeth, for washing your face. And if you haven't brushed your teeth or washed your face, then I invite you now to go do that, because self-care is so very vital to move past the hurt, to move past the pain, and to step into rising up and becoming who you're meant to be. I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and we'll see you next week for week 26. 26. What? Anyways, have a great day, guys. Get outside, enjoy the weather, We've had 3 days of rain. I'm hoping that this sun is here to dry up all the rain, just like the itsy bitsy spider. That's been running through my head all day. So, squirrel moment. But thank you guys for participating. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for showing love and support. And I'm so, so ready to continue to rise up, to continue to show up, and to continue to be the best version of myself that I can be. And I hope you are too. Sending all my love to each and every single one of you. Have a great week.